Tonight, we are taking a closer look at illegal border crossings. Are they slowing down since President Trump's election? And where are they coming from? Marcelino Benito breaks it down for us tonight.
The southern border stretches nearly 2,000 miles from Texas to California. It's the hub of activity where immigrants attempt to cross illegally into the U.S. President Trump's election appeared to have an impact. From 2016 to 2017, Border Patrol reported a 43.4% drop in arrests. So the question is, has this trend continued in 2018? Not at all. Every month this year saw a consistent increase. February worse than January, March worse than February, April worse than March. You get the point. So immigrants are still coming and still coming illegally from the usual hotspots. Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras account for a stunning 96% of arrests at the southern border. But other countries you may not necessarily think of when you think illegal immigrant, like India, Brazil, Ecuador, and China, next on the list of top nationalities illegally trying to enter the U.S. And in case you're wondering, arrests of immigrants attempting to come in from countries on President Trump's travel ban, that's just 135 people, or less than 1%.